the Houston Astros do something in their off day. They fired Brandon Tubman. Now, if you've been paying attention to the last few days in the news as well as on this YouTube channel, we've talked pretty extensively about the incidents that led up to this point. So let's get right up to it. The Houston Astros, finally, days after this story came out, and almost a week after the incident actually happened, since Stephanie Epstein gave the club 36 hours and the club did not make Brandon available for comment. And then the team waits till the story drops from Sports Illustrated alleging these incidents. And then the team says, nope, this is misleading. He's defending a player. We know they lied. If you're caught up to this point, you know that the team's initial statement completely lied, tried to gaslight everyone, and impugn the credibility of Stephanie Epstein, who should be celebrated. She has been doing her job since this incident has happened without any breaks, has not tried to become the story here, and other reporters thankfully did speak up. Otherwise, this could still be a standstill where the Houston Astros deny it, and she said that she supports it. Because reporters right off the bat started saying, hey, I saw this too, I should have said something, yes, this happened, all of a sudden it made it very unsustainable for the Houston Astros to continue to lie about what happened, completely lie, impugning the credibility of this reporter. So thank God for everyone who stepped up, and thank you, Stephanie, for writing this article in the first place. So let's get very, very specific here. The Houston Astros do have a cultural problem within their organization. A, the fact that that assistant general manager felt empowered to do this in the first place is a problem. B, they acquired Osuna in the first place. They decided as a team to buy low on a player who had just started serving a 75-game suspension for violating the domestic violence policies from the Major League Baseball. 75-game suspension, they decided to buy low. Many other teams did not and would not have done that. They are now in the World Series. There is a decent chance, if they do come back in this World Series, that Osuna closes out the World Series. That will be a decision based on their team. Either way, it's putting their manager, it's putting many of their players in a bad position. Again, a decision by the management of this team, who none of them, other than the person who offensively and profoundly just yelled at reporters in a really disturbing outburst, actually, other than him, no one else would be held accountable, including anyone from the press team that decided to lie and impugn reporters' credibility, which the Baseball Writers Association of America came out right away and said they need a public apology for. Another facet of this story is something I learned today about Jim Crane, who I did not know had a controversial past, as documented in a few articles, but the one today was by Bradford William Davis in the New York Daily News. Jim Crane's past as the Astros president. It chronicles a company that he ran that the Houston Chronicle pointed out in 2000 from an EEOC report that Crane allegedly had told his company not to hire women of childbearing age to avoid low productivity, and routinely paid Black, Latinos, and Asian employees, as well as white women, less than white men for equivalent work. He also discouraged the hiring of Black people as well. The company settled. Not all of the money ended up getting back to people from Backpage, from a separate judge, then eventually credited some back to the company. But again, many people in the company also said that these things were going on, including a general counsel of the company saying that, yes, these things did happen. This is how Jim Crane was advocating for these policies as the owner of that company. So I learned some things about Jim Crane, the owner of the Astros, and if nothing else, use this opportunity to learn a little bit more of the management ownership of your favorite team. The Astros are not my favorite team, and I do feel for Astros fans that really may completely disagree with the fact that their closer is Osuna. Maybe they disagree with how the Astros dealt with this. Maybe they're embarrassed and sad and want to enjoy the World Series, but keep seeing headlines about this. So, I do feel for fans in that case, but I think, if you love something, you also need to hold it accountable. That's a very basic thing. And if you care about something, you also got to hold it accountable. You can't, it's just not sustainable. It's not sustainable otherwise, and it's just not right. And so take this opportunity, learn a little bit more about the management ownership of different teams. And right now it's about the Astros, it's about the Major League Baseball policy, it's about their apology and their firing of Brandon Tubman. But what else needs to happen moving forward for a team that says they care about domestic violence and will have to show it through their actions and not just their press statements moving forward. So thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. Thanks.